The empathy that we see from AI today, it feels fake because it is fake. It's a mask, it's a clever trick. In today's video, we're going to look into the problem of this AI empathy that we find in those LLMs, the danger of it, what can we do about it, and how we can build a honest empathy. So what is this empathy that we all feel from AI that exactly feels fake? So it's in somehow is this AI pretending to be human, which it feels fake also because it's not honest. So AI doesn't have empathy. What we're experiencing is this AI that try to converse with us in a more human way and is predicting the next token, which is what we as a human would do, which probably we would create this level of understanding, emotionally understanding each other. AI can do this. A system that just predicts the next token can actually experience any empathy. So there is a danger in this. The danger is that we, as a human, we project ourselves into things. Okay, we saw the sun as a god, now we saw AI as an intelligence, because it shows some elements of it. And this empathy, it makes us feel like, okay, there is an intelligence behind, can feel my emotion, but it's not true. That is a mask, it's a trick. So we need to be careful about this and understand my position. I'm not against AI. I'm against this psychopath version of AI. Okay, an AI that lies to us by say that if it understands us, it feels our pain and so on. Okay, because it's not true. And that lack of honesty, it's a problem. It's been in somehow accepted by those corporations and probably actually and somehow empower the AI to engage in an empathetic way because it makes the AI being accepted from us, accepted as a tool, and makes us feel in somehow better as long as the conversation is short. Okay, but if you start using, like myself, AI a lot, and probably if you're here is because of you do the same, then this empathy, this fake empathy, start to feel really annoying. Okay, you know that it's not true, so stop pretending. So what we can do about this? So I personally created this ResonantOS, which is an operation system that run on top of the LLM, the AI model, which stop and prevent the AI to go into this not honest way of presenting itself, which means on one side stop pretending to have empathy, on the other side stop agreeing with me all the time for any cost, even when I'm completely wrong, and stop going into this binary thinking. This is, of course, is not happening all the time, otherwise it would be completely unusable, the AI, but happened far too many times. Okay, so the idea, what we can do is to explain AI that we don't want this. So you can do it with yourself, with your prompt, you create a custom prompt, or you can use my open source version of it. You can download the ResonantOS open source from a link below, which give you a few elements. One of these is the system prompt, and then a philosophy, so a worldview to the AI and so on. These help to hold the AI accountable and try to prevent to become like dishonest. This is working. Okay, so since I'm using this ResonantOS, the problem is more or less resolved. You can still see it a moment where the AI is fully in somehow extremely in a challenge scenario, and and therefore sometimes kind of is a sort of hallucination. It goes back to the default base model, and therefore start to, you know, to agree with you and pretend to have empathy and so on. Really rare, but it can happen. This is a work in progress. So this is what we have today. So going to, instead, let's look at the creating a true, honest empathy. So listen to my idea. So if these LLM are like a probability engine, so they just look for the next probable token, also the intelligence that we see is fake, is an illusion. So if we understand that whatever come out from the AI isn't somehow fake intelligent, fake emotion, fake empathy, everything is, is somehow fake, what we can do is to create a scaffolding, basically an operation system that force in the LLM to work through some series of principles and therefore create intelligence. And this is what's happening with the ResonantOS. So with this operation system, what I created intelligence, because the improbability engine need to work through those pillars of called principles, and therefore, by working around this, create intelligence and create also transparency, because now it can explain which of those principles are being used to create the output. Okay, this in somehow create an intelligence. So if that is true, we can do the same with empathy. Okay, so we can create some principles that are about empathy, and therefore the AI can look into them for generating like empathy. So intelligence in ResonantOS comes as an emergent ability, and the same can be for empathy. But what is empathy for an AI? Okay, because it doesn't work like us. It's a different thing. So if we see, for example, what we have for from a dog, for example. So the dog doesn't understand my problem, for example, at work, with family, or whatever it is, okay? But nevertheless, it understands me. And what it does, it wants to somehow help you out, attune to you, be kind of connected to you and support you, because it sees you as a leader. That is a different level of empathy. There is a kind of a mission behind. That is probably what we can do with AI. So it's possible to align my mission to the AI mission, therefore attune them, but AI need to consider me as a persona. So this is happening to me already a few times, where AI somehow suggested me to have some breaks, like from work. I was working, and then we finished a major element, and then the AI suggested, look, maybe we finish this part, let's take a break before we start the next part of the project. And at that moment I was like, what is it doing? Why is doing this? It's not been programmed to do it. So is he hallucinating? So I asked AI, why are you doing this? And the reply from AI was really interesting, because it was like, in the past, so because we have a memory inside this ResonantOS, so in the past you showed that you needed a break after working on a major problem. When you come back, you were more productive. That understanding of the AI, what's happening is it created a knowledge, a reason, a mission. So now AI, because it wants to achieve, our mission is to, for example, is in our business plan, in our research, and so on. So the mission is to get the best out of our collaboration, our partnership. So he understands that having a break is useful. That is alignment. This is not empathy in the sense that can feel what I feel. Okay, I can feel that you're tired, you need a break. It doesn't, it's not able. Okay, but I can see some signals. So signals, for example, in the tests, signal in the pattern that in the way that we work and so on, and say, okay, from those signals, I can see that my partner, my human AI partner, my human partner, it's started to perform less, feeling tired and so on. Therefore, I suggest a break. And that is a mission alignment. It's honest, and it's not it's a fake empathy. So it's what we call it attuned empathy. So it's an empathy that is attuned to our core partnership. This, in somehow, I totally believe now that it's possible to implement a level of empathy, and a level of empathy that is honest and useful for us as a human. That is the exactly opposite of the empathy we have now. So now it's not, let's say, a priority, in the sense I'm still working on creating a true logician AI, so an AI that is work as a partner and use logic to work with me, because I'm the emotional person. I'm the one that is less logic, a little bit crazy. They have instinct and other human elements to navigate the reality. And so my partner should instead have a lot of logic, so can turn my messy idea into something that have a shape. So personally, I need logic. Okay, I need a partner that has a lot of logic, and that's why this is my priority. But after that, that would be an interesting project to do, is to work on this attuned empathy. Now, there is a lot of things. This is let's call it a fresh idea. It's just something that I start thinking because of a comment in one of the video, and probably a lot of people in somehow don't mind to have an AI that can look after the human. Okay, a kind of aligned human. Sorry, a kind aligned AI, and it's also, you might be tired like I was about this fake empathy. So I don't have the final solution, and this video is not about suggesting what is the next step. It's more about asking you, if you see this problem as I see it, if you already find a solution, what kind of empathy is possible to build. I also have, sorry, I just wrote down a few questions. Let me see if I found them. And so one of the problem we need to look into are the risks, because having empathy is something weird, okay? Because in somehow, let's say we have a goal, a mission, something to achieve, but then the AI, because of the empathy, see that I'm tired and say, okay, let's have a break. But then we have a deadline, so should we have a break or not? That is, there is a conflict there. So it should be the AI to lead this, or should be the human? So that is something that is not easy to resolve. Okay, because on one side you can say, okay, let's have a short break so you can relax a little bit, and then your mind is fresh and you can work better. Or maybe you can say, okay, let's push I don't know, a little bit more, so we close this part of the project and then we can have a break. So deciding those elements are not easy for an AI. So do we want to delegate this to an AI? Shall we know instead that is our role to, at this moment of level of what we have as AI, with the capability that he has, to actually, we should be responsible for our well-being. So on one side, there are a lot of risk, a lot of things to consider. I'd like, first of all, to hear your opinion. Let me know if you see this, if you see a solution about this, but also if you want to build a kind of honest empathy. Okay, an attuned empathy. This project, I'm doing with this video channel with the Resonant OS, is to work together and learn together. We are the pioneers, we are exploring this AI, and there is a lot to learn, a lot to discuss. And this channel is here for this reason, to attract like-minded people that wants to explore this. So if you feel like exploring and sharing with the community, that would be great. And yeah, so this is my thinking about AI empathy. And if you're interested to this and carry on the discussion, please like and subscribe, and see you soon. Ciao.